Hi, Peggy. Thank you. And hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here with you today. And let me start by putting up front our aspiration. And our aspiration is to become the global leader in the specialty plant nutrition market. And the good news are that we believe that we are on our way to get there. Let me show you why, but I'll start with a short description of the market. So that's how we understand our market, with a CAGR of 6 to 7%, with some upside this year and a little bit at the end of last year because of the market cycle. What are the reasons for this growth? So first one and most important one is the need for higher agricultural yield because the population is increasing. We are almost 8 billion people living on Earth today, while we were only 4 billion like 50 years ago. And then the resources are going down with less of an arable land and less of water. So we need an improved yields. This is one thing. The other thing is the global environmental awareness. The new green regulation is expected to go global. That will create more demand for quality food. And it means also that we need to have a better nutrient use efficiency. Then when it comes to the different markets, we believe that Brazil, China, and India, those three countries, they account for 70% of the growth in the specialty plant nutrition market. And that's the reason why we are very much focused on those three countries. So for us, the specialty plant nutrition market represents a huge opportunity because it is large, it is growing, and it's becoming more and more sophisticated. By sophisticated, I mean the demand is for affordable, efficient, and sustainable solutions where we have the right technology to support. So that's about the market in general. Few words about our performance in ICL. So 2 years ago, we set the targets for 2025, and as you can see here, we have already reached those targets, and those are the reasons for that. So first, very successful 2 acquisitions in Brazil at the right timing, and also very successful integration within the ICL group. That's bring us to a better than expected result. So this is the first reason. Second one is the optimization, or actually consolidation, that we made between our sales and marketing channels into one under one organization where we can leverage from one position to the other. Third one is about Fertilizer Plus. Fertilizer Plus is our brand for polysulfate-based products. In that respect, we increased the production capacity dramatically. We increased the sales quantities and also the price per ton. And we are very close to complete the turnaround for this Bolby Fertilizer Plus business. So this is the third reason. And the fourth one is a great execution of our global expansion. And the fourth one is the very successful execution of our market expansion strategy. I've already mentioned the success in Brazil, but also in India and China, we doubled our sales versus 2020, and also in some other areas. So that's the reason why we are very happy with the performance, which exceeds our expectation. And that brings me to ICL market position. So until 2 years ago, we consider ourselves as a second-tier players in this market with revenues of less than $1 billion. Today, with revenues of more than $2 billion, we can say that we are part of the leading group in this market. But more important, in 2027, we are going to be the #1 global leader in this specialty plant nutrition market. Okay, so that's about where we are, and now let's talk about our way forward. So those are the basics of the acceleration plan for the coming 5 years. So we start with innovative and sustainable offerings, and then geo-expansion, which we are going to continue with focus on major markets, operational optimization, or actually operational excellence, with leveraging the vertical integration to the minerals within ICL, data-driven ag services, and M&A and partnerships, as we are very happy with the recent M&As that we've made. Based on those 5 pillars, we set the targets for 2027 on $4.25 billion of sales and EBITDA of 18%, and once we get there, we'll be the global leader in specialty plant nutrition market. Let me say a few words about some of the different vectors. So I'll start with the innovative and sustainable offerings. And as you know, we are the global leader on controlled release fertilizer technology, but also recently, we're the first one to launch to the market the biodegradable coating solution under the brand EcoX. Then we have a leading portfolio of fertigation solutions. Fertigation stands for fertilization by irrigation. In that respect, we are focused on India and China as they use irrigation, micro-irrigation, very much. Also in the professional markets, the turf, ornamental, and horticulture, we are the leaders in the world. And you have the example of Osmocote, which is the hottest brand in this market. So that's about the nutrient use efficiency, only few examples. Then comes the biostimulants and the agbiological and micronutrients, which is a new vector for us. We have a strong and robust pipeline of products under the brand Bios. Next one is the organic fertilizer, where we have the organic mineral polysulfate, and based on it, we have a very vast portfolio of downstream products. And recently, we get into the recycled nutrient-based products developments with the Puraloop, which is based on sewage sludge ash, where we recycle the phosphorus and make it like a new fertilizer. On top of it, we were the first one to get the FPR certification by the EU. And all those developments are based on ICL strong agronomy organization and knowledge, advanced R&D capabilities, digital arm, and the close proximity to the growers and the farmers. And all of that brings more precise, more sustainable, more efficient agriculture, and that's the basis of the new generation ICL fertilization products. Next one is the geo-expansion, and I'll start with Brazil, where we had this successful integration with the two companies that we acquired then. And that brings us to a leading position in the specialty plant nutrition market in Brazil. We also leverage the ICL global portfolio towards the Brazilian market and vice versa. And we plan to extend our operation in Brazil in order to support the business growth. Also, we are looking for additional M&A in Brazil. So that's about Brazil. Next one is our China and India. They are not similar, but in some aspects they might be similar. For example, both of them are very much based on fertigation, where we have the advantage of a very nice and attractive portfolio. We doubled our sales in both China and India versus 2020, and we're extending our local operations. The sales force is going to new states, new counties in India and in China, but also the operation. In China, we extend our YPH operation with new product lines. And in India, we are going to establish a new production site for specialty plant nutrition. So that's about China and India. Next one is the US. This is a mature market where we focus the high margin, especially crops. We are looking for M&A in the US market, but also strategic partnerships, both with distributors and retailers on one hand, but also with other players on the other hand. So that's about the US. In order to support this business growth, we have to also have production growth. Here we have the advantage of the vertical integration into some of the minerals like potash, phosphate, and polysulfate, which give us an advantage. But also when it comes to the specialty plant nutrition production, then our strategy is to put the production sites in the target markets like Brazil, China, India, and the US as close as possible to the end users. We are going to optimize our production. We have a lot of sites in different parts of the world, so we are going to optimize it and to optimize also the global supply chain. And at the end of the day, it's about economics of scale. When you produce a lot in many different countries, you have much better cost structure. So that's about that. And another aspect of the geographic expansion is the split between the different countries or markets. While in 2020, we were very much dependent on Europe, with more than 50% of our sales coming from Europe. You can see that now we are much more balanced, and in 2027, we'll be even more balanced between the major markets like Brazil, Europe, China and India, and the US. And the complementary effort is the data or digital effort. That's an enabler for, on one hand, better performance for the farmers, but on the other hand, better services for those customers. And let me give you some examples. So for example, We provide our farmers with AI-driven agronomic prescriptions based on what we are doing with Agmatix and ICL Leaf, for example. We're quantifying the carbon footprint in order to optimize the crop management practices at the field level. So those are two examples. Then we implemented the ICL Link, our e-commerce new system. We started the rollout in some countries in Europe. It gives seamless, effortless service to our customer. We also have a model that predicts the product supply needs and also plan and track the delivery until the end point. And we optimize our marketing and sales efforts. Everything together support our customers with higher yields, sustainable results, and at the end of the day, superior customer experience and much better customer retention. So all this strategy brings us to those figures, with a target of $4.25 billion of sales in 2027, with EBITDA of more than $750 million, again in 2027. Let me wrap up this short presentation by saying first, as I showed you, we delivered what we promised back in 2024, 2025, even sooner than expected. We have a significant opportunity in the market as it is large, it is growing and becoming more sophisticated. And we in ICL, we have the right fundamentals to outperform the market growth and to be the #1 leader in this segment of the market. Thank you.